This is Autohaus Hamilton TV, and I'm James, subject to the usual legal disclaimers. In this video, we'll be taking a look at Porsche parts that have acquired peculiar names. We'll start with this. This is known colloquially as a coffin arm. It sounds a bit macabre, but all it is a reference to the outline of the arm. Arms like this are used in the suspension of 996, 997, 986, 987, 991 and 981 sports cars. This item is an accelerator rod support bush. It supports, as you might expect, the accelerator rod in a classic 911, and its job is to ensure that the accelerator has a good and pleasant feel. On account of its shape, it's known colloquially as a cotton reel bush. This item is known colloquially as a jack-in-the-box. It's rarely the oil filler tube for a 993, but as it's sprung and can be unsprung quite quickly, it's a jack-in-the-box. This seal, and we'll make the worst of this joke, is a figure 8 seal. It's a figure 8 seal because when viewed end on, the seal is something like a figure 8. It's used to seal the quarter window in a classic 911. This part is a door light switch boot, and I've heard it referred to as a sombrero or a Mexican hat, because I guess if you look at it just right, it looks a little bit like a sombrero. This item is a rocker arm adjusting screw. On account of its articulated end piece, it's sometimes referred to, in fact it's quite often referred to, as an elephant's foot. Very small elephant. This part is known as a dunny lid or a toilet seat valve, and it's not a genuine Porsche part. You won't find it in any Porsche parts diagram, but it's an airbox safety valve. It was explained to me that in a properly tuned K-Jetronic car, so that's CIS injection cars from 1974 to the end of SC production, you don't actually need this because if the car's properly tuned, it won't backfire. That being said, cars do backfire from time to time. And if you have this valve fitted, when the backfire happens, all it does is push open the top of the toilet seat to allow the backfire gases to escape. Without it, what happens is the airbox explodes to allow the gases to escape. And lastly, and possibly least, we'll finish with a part that has an implausible sounding name. This is a Vortex Generator. The Vortex Generator is a vent valve for the headlights on a 993, and it's designed in such a way as to create a Venturi effect when the car is in motion to allow water vapor to escape from the headlight. Porsche does have something of a record for coming up with names of parts that don't make any sense. In some diagrams, you'll see bump stops referred to as jounce bumpers, which doesn't make a great deal of sense to anybody. And my other personal favorite is gaskets that are used on bodywork between one part and another. So for instance, between a door handle and the body. Those are often referred to in the parts diagrams as desk pads. But if anybody tries to tell you they've fitted a flux capacitor, they're probably lying. Thank you very much for watching. Tries to tell you they've fitted a bollocks, I've forgotten the joke.